Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Asia trades mixed after SP 500 closed at record high. Analysis http ntvforex.com News ID 4BA4E393 2025 41:42 AM General trend KOSPI outperforms as chipmakers rise. Australian and Japanese financials generally track US gains fast. Retailing largest Nikkei component rises over 3.5% after reporting AUG sales figures. Financials and tech firms trade generally lower in HKBHP declines over 1.5% amid ex-dividend. Shanghai Composite traded flat during the morning session. IT shares declined. China's Commerce Ministry MOFCOM sometimes holds weekly news conferences on Thursday. Headlines: Economic data. Australia New Zealand ASX 200 opens 0.1%. Reserve Bank of Australia RBA excess cash at exchange settlement. ES accounts at $1.36.3 BV $1.56.8 B prior. Victoria State Australia reports 113 additional coronavirus cases v 90 prior. 15 additional deaths. Australia AUG final PMI services 49.0 v 48.1 prelim confirms first contraction in 3 months. Australia July trade balance $4.6 BV 5.4 BO. Australia AUG AIG performance of construction index 37.9 v 42.7 prior. NZ New Zealand AUG ANZ commodity price 0.9% v 2.3% prior. NZ New Zealand Debt Management Office DMO sells NZ $950 MV NZ $950 M indicated in 2023, 2029, and 2033 bonds. China Hong Kong Hang Seng opened 0.4%. Shanghai Composite flat. CN China PBOC sets yuan reference rate 6.8319 v 6.8376 prior. Strongest since May 13, 2019. CN China AUG Caixin PMI services 54.0 v 53.9 e fourth straight expansion. CN China reportedly plans broad chip sector support in order to compete with U.S. press. CN China Bach open market operation. OMO injects 120 billion Chinese yuan in 7-day reverse repos. V injects 20 billion Chinese yuan in 7-day prior. CN State Department announces new limits on Chinese diplomats in the U.S. Diplomats must seek U.S. approval for visits to universities and large cultural events. A press. HK Hong Kong AUG PMI whole economy 44.0 v 44.5 prior. 30th month of contraction. CN China sells 1.35 mt of corn. 33.6% of total offers from state reserves. Japan Nikkei 225 opened 1.2%. JP Japan AUG final PMI services 45.0 v 45.0 prelim confirms 6th straight contraction. JP Japan Chief Cabinet Secretary Suga confirms intention to run for LDP leadership as speculated from September 2. JP LDP party leader candidate Kishida would seek to bring manufacturing back to Japan. Cannot change current monetary and fiscal policy in Japan. Suddenly referring to Abenomics. JP Bank of Japan BOJ board member Kataoka Ultra Dove must try to curb downward pressure on prices as much as possible. JP Japan MOF sells A900BV A900B indicated in 0.6% 30-year JGBs, average yield 0.6110% v 0.6170% prior. Bid to cover 3.50x v 3.44x prior. Korea KOSPI opened 0.8% KR. South Korea reported to be deciding on extending level 2.5 social distancing over the weekend. KR. South Korea President Moon South Korea to create KRW20T Fund for Ordinary People. Policy initiatives over next 5 years. KR. South Korea confirms 195 additional coronavirus cases v 267 prior. 3 additional deaths. KR. South Korea halts 4 nuclear reactors ahead of typhoon, says no radiation leak. Reactors in stable condition. KR. South Korea AUG foreign reserves $419 billion v $416.5 billion prior. Record high. Other Asia SG Singapore AUG PMI whole economy 43.6 v 45.6 prior. SG Monetary Authority of Singapore MAS domestic systemically important banks that are incorporated in Singapore will be able to pledge eligible residential property loans as collateral at the MAS SGD term facility. North America US Fed's daily non-voter no pressing need to give forward guidance on rate path. Rates aligned with expectations. Europe EU The increase in euro is worrying ECB officials because of falling prices. Deflation FT follows recent comments from ECB's Lane on the euro and record low eurozone OG core CPI i.e. Ireland OG services PMI 52.4 v 51.9 prior levels as of 120 ET Nikkei 225, 1.1%. ASX 200 0.7%, Hang Seng 0.5%, Shanghai Composite 0.1%, Kospi 1.3%, Equity S&P 500 Futures 0.1%, Nasdaq 100 0.2%, DAX 0.1%, FTSE 100 0.4%, 1.1856 euros, 1.1806 Japanese yen, 106.29, 106 Australian dollars and 12 cents, 0.7340, 0.7309 NZD, 0.6778, 0.6752 gold, 0.2% at $1,948 ounce. Crude oil 0.1% at $41.55 BRL. Copper 0.1% at $3.0265 pound. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.